and then we gotta just jump it in. Who got something to say about last week? Who was on last week where they feathers ruffled?
I know I can speak on the fact that I make sure my dishes are done every night before bed. Like tonight when we realized that the Zoom is switching to 10, I went right downstairs and did my dishes.
Nice.
So that's one thing I can speak on.
How does it feel to get up in the morning and your dishes are already washed?
It feels amazing. I know it feels amazing to know that like when I wake up, I don't have anything to do. Like everything is decluttered.
Yeah. Are you able to be more productive? How was your week? Let's talk about that. How was your week in terms of productivity regarding your business?
Much better. I'm more productive. I'm sticking to my structure as well. I'm sticking to my structure in the day. Were you talking to me? I'm sorry.
I was. Sorry.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like over talking. But no, I'm more productive as far as like sticking to the structure with doing my daily 6 list, and I'm sticking to a specific time frame, even incorporating 20 minutes of like, let me just go clean up one area of my house. So sticking to the structure has definitely been a beautiful thing. So thank you for that. I appreciate you.
That's so good. And who else got something to say about last week?
I make up my bed every morning.
Come on now. I remember I told one of my friends.
Yes.
But I told her, I said, you know, people don't make up their bed in the morning, they trifling. And she, to this day, she be like, so I'm trifling if I make my bed? Yeah, you trifling.
Yeah, they've been awesome. They've been good things for us. So, yeah.
Good. Who else? Thank you for sharing it. I've been focusing on laundry and it's gotten my entire life together. Very productive. It's crazy how just making my bed every morning makes a difference. Yes, it will. Just those small habits. And I don't know if you guys saw the video. Actually, let's do that. I'm going to show you guys the video that I made today. If you've already watched it, awesome. If you have not, we're going to talk about this because this was on my heart today. And we can kind of hit off of this, and then whatever stems from this, we'll just go from there. But we're gonna watch this video together. All right, so it's time for some straight up no chaser. Rachel, I've been praying about doing this video, whether to keep it real with y'all or not, but listen, I decided I'm keeping it real. And what I want to say to you today is stop holding people to a standard that you don't hold yourself to. You cannot desire for people to be better than you are. You cannot desire for people to show more respect than you show. You cannot desire people to show you more respect than you show yourself. Like at the end of the day, I think a lot of people get it twisted when it comes to being an entrepreneur, especially if you're doing it full time. If you're doing this business full time, you have to put yourself in a mindset of more, as well as not perfection, but striving to be better than yesterday. Like, stop making excuses for yourself. You want to stop being ignored? Stop ignoring people, even when it's uncomfortable, including your bill collectors. Like, it's okay. Like, you have to put yourself in a mindset of, I want to be better. I want you guys to live your best life. Like, for real, I want to help you live your best life in 2020 because that's my ultimate goal. And so I'm just going to be transparent with you guys when it comes to moving forward. I cannot hold somebody to a standard that I'm not willing to give myself. And I'm telling you, like, His grace is sufficient it should become my new scripture, because as I allow myself grace every single day, I am giving myself permission to get it right. So today, what's one thing that you need to change right now in order to help you progress forward? I know for me, there's so many different things that I can think of, like, oh, I want this to happen, I want this to happen, I want this to be better, I want this to be better. But that's okay. I have to start with one thing. And as I perfect that one thing or get better, progress at this one thing, everything else gets better. You are made for more. Like, you legit were made for more. And I believe if you came to this business, it doesn't necessarily have to be just about money. Money is something that's going to happen as you help people change their life. But what I love about it is you get to change you and become better in who you are and start to believe in yourself. Got so many people out here that don't believe in themselves. Like, you get to be surrounded and have the grace to make money while you do it. What happens is a lot of people start to believe in themselves and they start making a few coins, and it's like, oh, I ain't supposed to be doing this no more. Yeah, yes, you are. Like, it's residual money. Like, continue to help people get these products and get these business as you walk into your purpose. Like, it's crazy. When I first started this network marketing, it was like, oh, you can be a professional in this and do network marketing to have that residual money. Like, they're all natural plant-based products. Why wouldn't, like, 4 months postpartum here, okay? Why would you not want to use amazing products, share them with other people, and then at the same time make money while you're walking in your purpose? Like, this business pays me 50 million times more than a job ever would, and I have my freedom. But what I had to learn is how to be disciplined in my freedom. And so that's something that you have to learn. So you have today, this can be your day one. And today, you're going to be more organized. We'll start there, okay? If you're not organized today, this is your week of being more organized. And so you're going to take one thing at a time. Do you need to clean your kitchen? Like, do you need to clean your bathrooms? Like, what is it that you need to do on a consistent basis? Are you brushing your teeth in the morning and at night? Like, no shade. And it just is what it is. Are you going to bed with dishes in the sink? What is one thing that you can do on top of the regular things that you're already doing to become consistent in? You're going to be a millionaire one day. And in order to do that, you have to decide every day you're committed to being a better you. You're willing to hear things and not get in your feelings, but hear them and say, okay, how does this apply to Rachel, and how can Rachel be better? What is it that I can learn here? And then also, if you're not journaling, like, start journaling ASAP. But anyways, hopefully this is helpful, but I just felt the pull to come and say this. Like, stop holding people to a standard that you're not willing to hold yourself to. And honestly, if you're willing to be consistent and stay out of your feelings, like, we left feelings over in 2019. We don't do feelings. Like, our feelings are not what run us in 2020. So as you close out this month, if you're watching this later, all I want to tell you is that you are in control of you, and today can be your day one. You just choose that. I don't care if you just started today, yesterday, whenever. You've been in the business 6 years, 10 years, like, and you're looking for some juice, I'm giving you the juice right now. And you hold yourself to higher standards. You're allowing yourself grace. As you give grace, you have to give grace if you want the grace. And then you're gonna just knock this thing out. Like, you have so many people to help. And so I'm excited. Have a good day. Hey, you guys, it's Rachel.
All right. We got something to say about that.
That was amazing. Wow. Wow. That was amazing. Like, I want to listen to it again.
Tell me more, Tanisha.
Like, when you're speaking on, like, being out of your feelings, often you're over feelings, like, being in your feelings is not gonna get you nowhere. Um, and just speaking on so many people, you know what I'm saying, you can help, whether it's, boost their confidence or income wise, shape wise, anything. It's so much I know I have to offer to people. So I don't know, like, that just spoke to my heart. Like, that was very encouraging.
Oh, good. Thanks for sharing that. Who else?
It just reminds me of what you always say, from the head flows. So you can't expect people to be doing things that you're not doing. I remember I was telling my team one day, not to complain about their teams, because I was complaining to you one time about my team and I can't get them to complete their steps, and you looked at me and said, well, what your steps looking like? And I was like, not done. So just being the runner that you want to be, or that you want to have, just being what you want on your team, leading from the front, leading by example, not barking orders, but actually walking and being in the trenches with the people.
See, I love that. Who else got something? I didn't say that. I'm just lying.
I'm gonna just come on in with mine. I had a conversation with my upline today regarding my feelings and how I'm thinking about things, and she's been saying that to me for a while, and I never really understood how what I'm saying about what I'm feeling is sticking me. So I'm staying stuck in a place that I'm less likely to succeed in, because in my head my focus is on what I'm not able to do as opposed to what I'm doing. So I think it's important for us to not focus on the not what we're doing, but what it is we need to do. Absolutely. In order to keep progressing.
Yes, so focusing on the good. And just knowing, y'all, like, this is real life, and the problem is the enemy keeps coming and taking us off one by one. I just fight against it every single day, and so I suggest you start doing the same thing. It's because you don't know his word. You don't know his word, and if you start to know his word, for every given situation of discouragement in your life, you'll be able to have something to use against it. It was crazy. I think it's a book. The new book I'm reading. It was talking about, or maybe it's, anyways, it was talking about the reason why in the Lord's Prayer, it says you're supposed to say thy kingdom come, is because Satan was given this world as his kingdom. It's his. So every day you're praying that God's kingdom in heaven come down to earth. There's a reason behind it. So you're speaking God's kingdom into this realm that belongs to the enemy. So not understanding that life and death is in the power of your tongue. So knowing that when we're discouraged, because even when I am discouraged, like sometimes I have to stop myself. I was talking to my husband about something today, and I was like, let me go journal. Because I know that I would rather write it down and speak it into the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give the enemy the satisfaction of speaking negativity and death over my life. Because that's what so many people do. When you call your girl, guess what you're doing? Speaking death and negativity over your life. Even if you venting, your venting is causing you to go south. And you're wondering why you get done talking to your girl and you might feel like, oh, I got that off my chest. But your situation not no better. Why? You just spoke death over your life because you needed to get it off your chest. So thinking about that when it comes to your business, like using your tongue to speak life even when you don't feel it. And busting out your journal for the negativity, go ahead and let God know how you feel and then speak life over you. Who else got something?
I'll say something. Oh. Sorry. I actually have been focusing really hard on doing just what you were talking about lately. Like, I've redefined the way I speak about myself and how I introduce myself. And so one of the ways I've been doing is like, I'll walk past a mirror, and anytime I see a mirror, I will be like, oh, hi, I'm your new presidential diamond, Clarissa Thompson, this and this. And I just start constantly like reminding myself, and I'll talk about like how my connection with God is so amazing. And I'm like, I'm so blessed, and God has been doing so many great things for me. And I'm like, and I'm a happy mom of 2 kids. And, I'm speaking all this positivity over the way I think of myself and how I think of my business. And it's actually been like helping me be more confident with just like talking to people. And just like when I've noticed, like, even when I'm engaging with new customers, like I confidently believe like, oh, I have everything I need for you. I have the solution for you because I'm a presidential diamond. So as a presidential diamond, I know I can get you there. I can help you get the results you need. And so it's like, it's been really, really helpful with just like how I'm speaking and thinking of myself and how I'm allowing myself to project that out into the world. Is really just reminding myself, like, yeah, over and over again, yes, you are this, yes, you are going to accomplish these things. Even if you're not there yet, you're getting there, you're getting there. So that's been what has been working for me, at least.
What I was getting ready to say was to kind of piggyback what you said, Rachel, and you, Clarissa, the fact that what we think about and what we speak about are very important, because if we're feeding ourselves toxicity, whether it's music, television, different things, and then we speak about those things, we're putting it into the atmosphere. Like, I know I found myself over the last couple of years, like, I had to learn that, and I had to watch what I spoke about. Like, even though I was frustrated dealing with things, it took me like kind of reevaluating my situation and just kind of saying, no, like, you can't think like this. Like, you got to see yourself on the other side of the obstacle, and you got to speak life into it every moment, no matter how hard it gets. Like, yes, Rachel, you do have a choice. You have a choice to make your mind up. Like, you can either sit here and you can let it consume you negatively, or you can say, no, like, I'm going to see myself on the other side of this. I'm going to be positive. And something that I do on a daily, I actually have 2 journals that I use. One is for like my journaling, but the other one is literally just speaking life over me, my team, the team that I don't have yet, speaking life over my leadership, myself as a mom, like just speaking life over everything in general. Like, I have one whole journal just for that. So, it makes me just feel more positive and more powerful behind everything that I say when I talk to my team.
Hi. I wanted to say that first of all, hello everyone, and as I hear everybody talking, especially you, like Rachel, you talk about your thoughts. Thoughts are things, and things do materialize. And so that's one thing I've just been really telling myself, because I pray daily, okay, and all this good stuff. But one thing I didn't do that I'm starting to do now is pray for my business. Like, for some reason, I wasn't incorporating that I have grown to love, which is my business, into my prayer. So how can I ask the Almighty Father to do anything for my business and I'm not incorporating it into my daily life? You know, for as, yes, I post and message and all that good stuff, but I'm not putting it into my prayer. So how is it going to establish anything? How is it going to have growth? How is it going to be manifested if I'm not speaking it? And I just hear you talking about speaking. And I also know that thoughts think. Like, that may sound so crazy, but you can be thinking something positive and then here comes a negative thought. So the negative thought came from that positive thought that you was thinking. So I just love the business so much, because I'm all wrapped in the Almighty Father, and I love him, and my praises are to him. And I know that if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be me. I know that for a fact. But the main thing that the business has caused me to do is really put in my forefront that if I'm going to be it, I'm gonna have to speak it. And I can just talk about it and say how great it is. But if it's something that I'm not really believing, what glory is he going to get out of it? How can he help Candace? How can the Almighty Father, Yahweh, establish anything in my business and give and allow it to grow if I'm not incorporating it into prayer, if I'm not putting it in his hand, if I'm not believing and trusting that he is able to do just that I want? So I love the meetings. I love your energy. I love I say my sister's energies, because what connects us is because we love the Almighty Father and we want the same thing. So I just be so I'm amazed that the business is that Miss Ray told me it would be. Like, I believed it, but then when you see something for real, it's like amazing. And we don't even know each other personally, but we are so personally connected that it's like off the chain. And I just love it. And I just truly love all of you, whether I know your name, whether I met you personally or not. I listen to you, I follow you guys, and you are teaching me, and I'm growing. And what attracts me to you, to all of you, is your energy, and that we share the same faith, and we are on the same foundation which is the Almighty Father. And we know that we won't grow if we don't put him first. And so I love it, Rachel, when you speak life. I love it. I'm attracted to that. I'm attracted to you because you love Yahweh, who is God. And I'm attracted to you, sister. I am, because I know for a fact what comes from the heart reaches it. So that's what keeps me going. And you can get easily distracted in your business, or you can just feel like, dang, everybody is booming and I'm not, and all that. But what you said one time is, don't keep looking at what I'm doing. Don't look what the other person is doing, but look at what you're not doing. Boy, that hit home. So I'm just gonna stop because I could keep on talking, but look at what Candace is not doing and grow from it. And so I have been growing. I am growing, and the confidence that I thought I had that I don't have is establishing now. So I just really love everything about what's going on right now in my life with my business. So thank you for this time.
There's somebody on here who got something to say. You just ain't unmuted yourself, so go ahead and unmute and say what you gotta say. Y'all couldn't hear what I just said? Oh, I said it's somebody on here who got something to say. So go ahead and unmute yourself and say what you gotta say. Because it's not my turn yet. It's somebody else got something to say. Cassandra, you got something to say? You there? All right, I put you on the spot. You sure? Okay. When it comes to you, we'll be ready for you. Okay, so I love that. I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm still here, guys. Like I've never been in a position to where, and it's not that it's crazy. So I created this space. First of all, I feel like people need it more straight up than you get it. And I think a lot of times when it comes to like the corporate side, they want to, be corporately compliant and professional. And it's not that I'm not professional, but there are certain things that need to be said. And there are certain things that, you have to just pray and say, God, like just allow this person to be in a place where they're able to receive this, or God, get them ready. And then here's the thing with you guys, when it comes to your business, decide what you really want. Like we've been doing this for a few weeks. Some of y'all say y'all want $10,000 a month, and you're not working at $10,000 a month level. You're not. You don't give your bit. You're not doing the thing. Like you said, what are you not doing? You're not doing the things that you know you need to do in order to make it. Like some of y'all said, how many bonuses y'all claim for by March? How much money? How much in bonuses do you plan to make by March? You can drop it in the comments if you want to share it with everybody. Hold yourself accountable, right? If you claiming, like as you guys start to drop these bonuses, if you're even claiming one bonus and you haven't done no parties, you ain't done no pop-ups, you have not consistently created a schedule for yourself that actively produces income or produces e-suite action every single day, then your mouth is saying one thing, but your actions is saying a whole nother thing, which means you're full of it. And especially if your actions are not producing results, and you're not asking for insight from somebody to look at that's like getting an F on your test and saying, well, I'm gonna keep studying because I got this. No, baby, you need tutoring. Like, what you mean you got this? You got an F. Like, you don't study well. You get what I'm saying? Like, how you out here getting an F every single month because you're not completing your steps to success, but you won't ask for help. And then you won't take the help because somebody done told you what you need to do. And what'll happen is, and this is the ding, 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 and this is my prayer over each and every one of you guys. Those of you guys who have started to establish habits in your life, my prayer is that you don't stop. And know that one day is too long to not do it. And don't allow yourself excuses. So even for me now, like when I see things out of order in my house, I need to put them away right away because it's a habit that I've instilled in my life. And it will frustrate me if things are out of order in my house. And not that I'm OCD or anything like that. I just know that when things are in order, because I do work from home, it gives me a mentally clear space to actually work. I was talking to my husband the other day. I was like, you know, people go to hotels. Did we talk about this? Did we talk about going to hotels? No? Okay. People go to we did, didn't we? I thought so. People go to hotels and they have this high expectation of getting your room clean and let you come into the room and your room nasty, but your room nasty at your house. Like, what are you talking about? You go home to a nasty room every day. When the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what are you talking about? Like, when did you wash your comforter? Like, what are you, how often do you wash your comforter? Like, I'm not saying that because you're spending your money, but I just want to offer some perspective. Like, you're crazy. Start taking care of your house as much as you want the people that pay for their building to take care of your room that you get for 5 seconds. But you got a whole house that you live in forever and you ain't mop the floors. I mop my floors the other day too. I don't even mop the floors, but I mop them because I'm speaking to myself. So let's talk about this translation to taking things to the next level. So how do you check yourself to put yourself into a place to where you're progressive when it comes to your business? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, steps to success is not hard. Let's talk about that. Who brave enough to share about that and the things you're overcoming regarding your steps to success and actually completing them?
So for first 4 or 5 years, I would barely complete my steps, probably once, maybe twice a year. But it was, and now I complete my steps, like I consistently complete my steps. And even if I'm shy, like of a distributor or something, if I don't complete them. And it just came from doing the things. Like Pam made a post about just doing the things, falling in love with what we do daily. And so that was what changed, was the consistency. Like, consistency is key. I tell my team all the time, you can't cheat the grind, but then on the flip side, the grind cannot cheat you. So just consistently, I started to just really make the decision and then consistently just do what it is that I knew that I was supposed to do. And with just consistently doing it, because it's just what you do, it changes everything. Instead of like, oh my God, I done waited. It's the 15th of the month. I need to complete my steps. Now you desperate. You are messaging any and everybody, not really worried about or like really taking into account who you're even inviting into your business, because you're just like, I need to complete these steps. It's like, when you just do this because it's what you do, everything changes. And so it's just, this is your job, quote unquote. Like, it's the business, but this is your job. When I used to go to work, whether I wanted to be there or not, I knew the tasks that I had to do daily and I just did them. It was muscle memory. So what do? We post, we message, we follow up, we enroll distributors, we enroll customers. That's it.
That's all in the story. So true. So what's so crazy is while you were saying that, what came to my mind is, I was talking to Jade the other day. We had a conversation and where she was talking about something she shared with me, but she was just saying how, like, when you work, she said, let's just say you go get a job at Pizza Hut. When they send you your schedule, they ask your availability when you fill out your application, but they normally put you wherever, unless you have like school limitations. Like, and if you don't like it, you find somebody to work your shift or you're fired. And I was like, you're right. I guess I've been so far removed that I didn't realize it was for real like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna cover this shift and you don't have a job, you know? And I was like, how do people translate that to come in this business and not working? I don't even get how that functions. If this is the system that somebody is saying that you, and also knowing that you work, we talked about this before, but you normally work 6 weeks before you get a paycheck. So, and sometimes 8 weeks because they hold your first one, right? Or 4 to 6 weeks, right? So, and then the first check ain't nothing nowhere, right? Because you're normally in the middle of a pay period or something. So you telling me that you just paid, you found gas because you ain't got no job yet. So you found gas. You didn't go on your job every day like, I ain't got no gas money to be up in this place and y'all put me on a schedule. Like, you fired, okay? You're fired. With your $5 an hour self, you're fired, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, straight up. So on the flip side, okay, let's go back. Gas lets you need a uniform because everybody needs them. I mean, unless you're a salary job, you need a uniform. So you gotta go get your black shoes, especially if you're working in the food field. You gotta spend your coins on some shoes, and you gotta look presentable, right? You know, smell nice, all that jazz, and getting back and forth. So how can you complain about an auto ship? By the time you pay for gas, by the time you pay for your new gear, don't let you try to be cute and get your hair done for work. Because you know what I'm saying? Some people do that. I don't know. Get your nails done. I don't know what people be doing. But how dare you talk about an auto ship? And you get product. You ain't even getting nothing. You going gas back and forth and they not giving you nothing. You getting product and you can get snatched. What you talking about? And you can make your money back. How you complaining? Here's the thing that I want you guys to realize, because I'm not even coming at anybody. What I want you to realize is that there's value in your business. And when you compare it to something like that, y'all, I didn't go on my job and complain about nothing. I was grateful to have a job. I was grateful to have a means to make money for my son and I until about 6 months, 3 months in. And I realized that I was doing way more than they was paying me. Until I got to wake up, I was like, oh, maybe got my first bonus. And I was like, oh, that's it. Okay, when's taxes? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I can't live off of this. Or whose school I'm going to. I got to go back to school because this is not going to work, right? So realize the benefit of your business. And when you realize the benefit of what you're giving to other people, you won't need a 3-way. You won't need a screenshot because you'll be like, girl, okay, let me give you some perspective here. How much money do you spend on gas every month? You ain't got to go nowhere, baby. You can do it right here in your house. How much money you already spending on a phone bill? You ain't got to spend no extra money outside of what you're going to use to either sell or get sexy. You're either selling it or getting sexy. And here's the thing, with my broke self, I sold it. And I didn't even know how to sell stuff. Today, all I did is just have a table up. And a guy came up to me and said, I love coffee. I said, well, all right now, 3 days, $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard. And so don't allow people to make it seem hard. I had a PDT call today, and a girl, I was like, how do you listen to people who don't make money? Anytime you're taking advice, this is for everybody. This is something that I had to really put in my mind, because a lot of times when people we love give us advice, we listen because we love them. But if their life is not in the current situation of what we desire, you should not take advice from them unless they are sharing with you something that they did that wrong, that they wish they wouldn't have done. So unless you're learning from their mistakes, that's not somebody you should take advice from. So that's how you shift the perspective of your prospects. And you got to be willing to be patient. Like our mantra is be brave, be patient, be consistent. Your lack of patience is why you're not signing distributors. You have to be patient and nice, especially if they don't know you. Learn their story. You got to get some type of trust factor. And how do you build trust? Time is one of the things. Time, vulnerability, right? So if you're not willing to give that, that's why you're not signing distributors. Sometimes people ignore you just to see if you'll come back. Well, I don't want nobody. Well, you don't want no distributors because they want to see if you're real or not, or if this is an automated message. And so when you hit them with the, oh, your daughter is cute, that yellow dress, girl, like, where'd you get that? They like, oh, wait a second, she paying attention to me. Like, that wasn't just a and it's okay to every once in a while, but, you know, every once in a while, go in. That's why we engage. I know some about people's lives is just crazy. I got a girl I sent to go to the Dallas Triad. I remember when I met her, the Houston Triad. I met her in the drive-thru at, what was it, Rallies? At Rallies when I went down there for my diamond retreat. She has a daughter. I remember these things about these people because I'm not just shooting from the hip. And building those solid relationships, they may not be the person, but they may be connected to the person. They may just be a lifetime customer, which is fine. That's residual money. Even if they just ordered a hair, skin, and nails for, let's see, I'm just going to say, they ordered a hair, skin, and nails on my top level, which is 15%. That's $4.50. Multiply that by a year, that's $54. Multiply that by 5 years. Like that stuff adds up in comparison. And who knows, if she loves her results, who's she going to share it with? She may host a post for me. Like, you have to understand that you live in a life of connections. And if you're not connected, then that's why you're not getting what you desire. Who else got something? Trevi, was you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm finally decided to show my face. I got this little thing on my nose because I got a zit. But it was in reference to the steps to success. So I love what Brittany said. And just for like another perspective, I know it took me a long time to start completing my steps as well, but it was really because I was just out here willy-nilly with it. Like, and I think that happens to a lot of people. Like, we hear the things, we see the things, and we get the task, but we just have no intention tied to it. And I love the camaraderie we have now in like these push groups we've been doing, because it's taking steps to success to another level. Like, people are completing round 1, going to round 2, and it's just like, keep it in front of you. Your chart, your steps, all of that stuff, it needs to be kept in front of you. And once I started taking my business serious, I started having my materials, like, seriously, having your planner, having that physical 100s list, like, you have to take it serious. And I think a lot of people, they don't. Like, they see it as a side hustle. This is just something I'm doing. Like, I just started. So they're kind of one foot in, one foot out. They're not really taking it serious. Like, I can't stress it enough. And when you decide, like, I'm going to be for real, I'm going to not half behind my business, I'm not going to be out here faking it, like, this is what I really do and what I really care about, you will complete your steps. And I mean, it may be times, you know, where you have to show yourself grace. And like Britt said, you might be shy of a DT finishing your steps, but that should never be like, okay, I just didn't do it. It should be your motivator to top that next month, to make up, to retrace those tracks so you're able to complete it. And then once you get in the habit of completing your steps, like, going back isn't an option. You'll know that you can complete your steps and beyond. But once you get complacent with not completing your steps, not printing out your chart, not printing out the next promotion chart because you didn't retain or you didn't reach, you're just going to be complacent with the same old willy-nilly, half foot in, half foot out business, and you're going to get those results. So when your upline is texting you like where your DT's at, where your steps at, it's to hold you accountable, and it's to show you like, sis, what you doing. Like, it can be done, it should be getting done, and it should be fun. Like, we're having so much fun in the push group, like completing your steps. Like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm always inspired to complete my steps by you all, and I'm getting them done now more than ever. And like you said with our mantra, you know, being brave, being patient, but also being consistent, because you can't be patient with stuff you're not being consistent with. So if you're consistent with the message, you're consistent with the follow-ups, you're consistent with the posting, even on your worst days, even on your depressed days, your anxious days, on days when people pass away, like, life is going to happen forever. But if you're consistent, then you can be patient enough to reap the harvest. And a lot of these enrollments, they're coming from follow-ups, because we have been brave, we've been patient and consistent. So you're going to have that season where it's just enrollments are happening, they're happening. And then you have some people who are looking around like, I don't know why I can't enroll. And it's like, bro, you're not being consistent, and you're not being patient, and you're not being brave to even send the first message. So from a different standpoint, like, I know what it's like to be kind of ditzy and just out here stunting, like, yeah, I'm doing it, works, but you're not really working. Like, you don't got that grit, you ain't got that dog, you ain't got that grind, and your results will show. But when you start to take it serious and you can literally lift up your steps and be like, I'm ready, I'm here, I'm prepared, then that's when your business will start to show it. So yeah, that dog.
That's so good. That's true though. Somebody else got something? That's good. So true.
I want to add something. Completing your steps is not just vital because it's the structure. It's vital because you need new blood. Like, you need new blood into your business every month. You need to be helping somebody new. Like, yes, you still have your team, your current team, but you need to keep you alive and keep you going and just keep you excited. Like, your newbies' excitement is different than your vets, and it re-amps you up. Like, they're so excited, they're so motivated, and you excited. Like, yeah, girl, come on, let's get this shopping spree. Like, you so in order to, you need some new people so you can continue to be the hype man. Like, you need to keep yourself in a place of being a hype man and just keeping that new blood. Like, when no water, like, if take a pond or whatever, a body of water, it becomes stagnant if there's no, like, fresh water being added. So, like, it's vital. Not even just because it's a structure. Like, you need it. Like, you need it.
I just put this in the comments. Yeah, I use a different word on here. But I think the biggest thing on top of that is what happens when people come in and they want to stay on milk. And it's time for them to move on to solids. And then going back to my video, are you one of those people that are still on milk? Acting like you want Whole Foods. Like Zaire looking at Zayden like, yo, let me get a bite of that. But you won't even drink your milk. And then move on and learn how to drink your milk so you can go to the this mushed up food so you can get to solids. You won't even go through the process. Somebody says, oh, be consistent in this, and you're consistent for a day. And then it's like, oh, that was too much. I try again on Monday. And then you be like, this business don't work. No, baby. Go ahead.
Can I be all, I'm about to have a gleaning moment. I'm about to be all the way 100. Going back to your last point.
Yeah.
That's me. And I think that goes a lot into what I'm saying. It's not that I don't believe in the business, it's not that I don't want the benefits of the business, because for me, it's more than the business. At conference, me and my roomies were talking about the business being the bonus. It's about the intentions of the heart and the structure of the business is faith-based. I come in saved, and even in my salvation, I'm the same way. And it's not the believing in it for somebody else. It's believing in it for myself. It's like, I believe he'll do it for you. And I know, because I know who God is. It's just a matter of me believing in myself enough to know that I can, because that's what he says. That's what Philippians 4:13 is about. Through Christ, all things are possible. So it's really just about me moving and then being afraid of what is going to come of it, because I don't know. So it's that afraid to encounter the space, because not necessarily that I'm not ready. Maybe that's part of the reason, but because I'm afraid to even encounter it, to even know what it can do for me. So that is a real it's hard to get past that point. And it's like the fear of, oh, can I carry everybody? Oh my God, am I going to be able to be Brittany, or am I going to be able to be you? So it's just that fear to even encounter that space, because I don't know. I'm just so afraid of failing. I just won't move, and I'll just do just enough to brush the top, to Travia's last point. So it's a lot more than just getting there or wanting it. It's also the maintenance, and to just believing that we can, and we're all a team. And I see that. I see everybody running, and I'm so happy for everybody that's running. It's like, well, why can't I do that? It's because I won't move.
Go ahead, Travia, and then I'll go.
Okay. Oh, that was good. That touched my soul, because I have literally been dealing with that for so long. And I know I shared this in Monday Meetup, and hopefully y'all will kind of remember. But I always just thought, like, when I got to Diamond, that's when I would change. And I was like working kind of like an analysis paralysis, like having these underlying fears of, will I be able to live up to this standard? Will I be able to do this? Having doubts, looking left, looking right. And then when you finally take a look at yourself, it's like, I ain't done nothing. Like I'm just brushing the surface. I'm just maintaining. I'm just making enough, and fast starts to get by, but you're not doing what's placed on your heart to do, and you don't have what has been placed on your heart to have. So I really thank you for sharing that. That almost made me emotional, because I totally get it. And what helped me was just quickly realizing, and me and Rachel had a one-to-one, like I had to change things in Travia before I could even think about being a diamond for real. Because what happens is you will just scratch the surface. You'll go, but you'll lose it. Or you'll go, and then you're going to start complaining about, like, oh, it's too much, and everybody wants my time. Like, I've been there. Like, I'm going through it. And it's just God wanting to do something within you. And it starts with those small steps, like making your bed every day, or getting the hourly planner, and just doing the small things, working on your attitude. Like, God, what is it within me, or within my personality, or the way that I walk, the way that I talk, the way that I dress, the way that I act, the way that I post, that is not getting me to where I want to be? Because I was a hot mess. I'm still a hot mess. But I know that I can look back over my life and say, I'm not Travia from last year. I see things differently. I pray differently. I think differently. My heart is different. And a lot of it is going to be that heart check. Because a lot of times we don't feel worthy. We don't feel good about ourselves. Like, I'm a strong believer, like, your environment is a reflection of how you feel on the inside, like a direct reflection. And it just starts with you. It starts with you doing those small things that are going to uplift your spirit and make you feel bold, and make you feel beautiful, and make you feel bossy and professional, and all of these different things that you're going to work on. And it may be picking up a new book, and finishing one book. Like, that was one thing for me. Like, I always wanted to reach for different books when I felt some type of way. And Rachel had to tell me, like, girl, just finish one. Like, finish what you start. And that's the thing. Like, I would be the person, I would go out to Walmart. I'm getting a planner, a notebook, new pens. Like, I'm finna do it, and don't do squat, because you are not right in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in some aspect. So nothing, and this for everybody, like, nothing moving forward is going to fall into line until you're right. And I know that Rachel and a lot of leaders on our teams are great examples to this. Like, you can look at Rachel and see she's a woman of God. You can trust her word as bond, because you know who she's hearing from and where she's getting her knowledge from. And she has a discerning heart. And that's the same thing I aspire for myself. So just work on you, love who you are, and then own who you are, be who you are, because someone's going to be able to connect to that. Don't try to live up to anybody else but the best version of you, because God is going to take you in any shape or form you're at right now, and he's going to make that into a beautiful mess, and you're going to inspire somebody else to take who they are and be the best version of themselves, and you're just going to have a team of duplicates, and you have to make sure that you're your best duplicatable version for when that comes. So that's what really helped me just wake up, and that's when I started getting boxed in, and I'm enrolling DTs, and I'm able to pour into others, because I had to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm not going diamond because of me. It's nobody else but me. So God, what is it in me that I need to check? Am I greedy? Am I selfish? Do I have wrong intentions? Like, have that intimate time with him and with yourself. It ain't nobody but you and God. And once he checks your heart, like, things are gonna fall into place, and you just don't want to be you 24/7, but the best version of you. So, yeah.
That was great, baby. That was so good. Thanks for sharing it. You with the wisdom. I see. So glad you're learning. It's so good. Actually, you're not alone. And most of the people on the team who have went diamond and above, I would say about 75% have struggled with this. I can't do it like Rachel. I've heard it a million times. And it's like, you're not Rachel. You're not me. Like, you're not me. Your journey will look different. You can still utilize, because it's just like me. Like, I could think like, why can't I do it like Kimmy? Like, how am I Black Diamond? You know what I'm saying? Like, she talking about, like, I didn't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not supposed to do it like Kimmy. I'm supposed to use her wisdom when it comes to not making the same mistakes that she made or having the guidance, but I'm not going to do it like Kimmy. I'm going to do it like Rachel, right? And so you have to be okay with what it looks like for you. But like Travia said, you got to focus on your best self. But I did want to go over, you said Philippians 4:13, but I want you to go down another 6 scriptures to Philippians 4:19. And that is why this is our team scripture. And I'm going to copy and paste it in the New Living Translation over here, where it says, and this same God who takes care of me, and me is Rachel, okay? We talk about Rachel here, will supply all. It don't say some. This is why I'm be like, y'all gotta believe God's word. And even if you gotta scream and cry in the midst, this is why it's so important to hide his word in your heart. Because even if you have to scream and cry through it, it says, no, God, your word says. And he likes that. God wants you to remind you of what his word says. Remind him, not you. Remind him of what his word says. Like, no, God, your word says that you're the same God who takes care of Rachel, that you'll supply my needs from your riches. Like, yo, it ain't looking the same. So this is what your word says, so you got to fix this. And even if that means that you have to fix me in the process, I'm willing to go through that. Now, when you say I'm willing to go through that, you be prepared. I saw a time hop, actually, I think it was a Facebook memory. It was 10 years ago. And I was asking God for patience. I really wanted patience, y'all. I used to tell my team, and only y'all who've been around forever know this. I used to be like, patience is a virtue that I fail to possess. Okay? I used to tell them that all the time. I'd be like, listen, I didn't say his grace is sufficient back there. I just tell them, like, patience is one thing I ain't got yet, okay? We gonna work on that. We praying that God bless me with that, like we are. But I was honest. I was for real. Like, I ain't got no patience. Look, come on, what are you doing? Place the order. Like, finish your box. Like, what are you talking? That's how you talk to people. And I went presidential, so yeah, I can do it. I'm saying, hey, just do it the way you do it. I was a hot mess, y'all. And I'm top of the company for years. But I just worked hard. It wasn't no backing down. Because I like to win, and winners win, even when they jacked up. But if you stay linked with God, he'll fix you in the process. I was a beautiful, yeah, thank you, girl, beautiful man. But I was like, all right, do you want me to go into your account and place the order for you, or what you need? I can help you out, baby. Like, that's how I used to be, like, for real. I'm just great. Now, I don't want you to be like that. But, I need rise on up and do you. let's finish it. I ain't got the energy to do that no more, but I used to be like, all right, your mama, do we need to call your mom? What's your mom's card number? Your mom gonna get some greens. Like, come on. That's how I used to be. So whatever you do, just do it. The problem is y'all not doing you. We got 3 minutes. You're not doing you. You're afraid to do you because you think somebody gonna judge you or not like you. And I might, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you if it's wrong, morally speaking, but do you? They say do it and ask for forgiveness. I'd rather y'all do that than do nothing. Come on. Stop acting like you ain't who you are. Be who you are. And I bet you'll attract the people that you'll attract the people, and then you'll be like, oh, dang, Rachel, you jacked up. Like, you type people you got in your organization, they're hot messes because you're a hot mess. That's why it's still bringing. Your team is like that because you like that. I'm not even gonna, I could have went a little deeper in there, but we ain't gonna do that because you double diamond. Okay? I'm telling you. You start seeing people come to the business and it's you. You attract who you are, not who you want to be. All right, so I'm gonna get off here, guys, because I'm mindful of your time. I appreciate you guys hanging late with me. I'm gonna pray. I'm hoping, actually, if y'all can, just drop one thing in the comments that just really popped out to you today, and one thing that you're going to implement this week. This week, what's one thing you're gonna implement? We got a week and a half left in the month, and y'all, so much that can be done. So much. I had a distributor sign 2 DTs and 3 loyals today. Like, it's so much can be done in a day. But like Travia said, it's the consistency. These seeds aren't just from today. Some of them are. Sometimes you sign those loyal customers on the spot. But there's sometimes, most people, 95, probably 98% of your loyal customers and distributors will be follow-ups. Like, they will be. So if you're not consistently following up, that's why you're not getting it. I'm going to read some of these and then we'll pray and get off of here. We got be me, do more, trust, work hard, be me all day, every day. Yep, being more of me, working my butt off. Yes, believe, sign a DC. Okay, congratulations. Trust, confidence in me. Yes, push forward, be patient, share more, being me and being patient, being consistent, having patience. Remind myself I can't be any of you. Amen. And let me tell you, it's somebody out here that don't want to join me. They want to join you. But because you won't be you, that's when they come and join me, and that's why it don't work out, because they waiting on you to be you so they can join you. Okay? They don't need to go to the website and see my name and say, oh, I'm signing with Rachel, when you on a timeline. Like, come on. Be you. Be you. Like, be you. For real. And get over the fear of being you. And every time you feel fearful, you go to 2 Timothy 1:6, I think it is. You go there and you read it. Plaster it on your wall. That's not of God. Every time you're scared, that's not Jesus. So be mindful of that. Yep, do more phone calls. Okay, I love it, y'all. All right, we're going to pray real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, we're grateful you decided to be a part of this meeting. We're just grateful for your presence and how you're shifting and changing our hearts and our minds. We're grateful you're our God and that you gave us this word, because your word is so fruitful. It's so much in there that helps us get through every single moment of our lives. And so, God, thank you for that benefit, and thank you for that resource. God, thank you for surrounding us with community. Those who stayed up, God, I'm just asking that you just bless them with a double portion for being able to hop on this meeting and being in the midst of other believers. God, we're just grateful for what you're doing in our businesses and how you're just going to explode February to the next level. And God, I'm just praying substantial and supernatural increase over every single person over this call. God, we know exactly the plans that you have for them. And right now, the things that are holding them bondage, God, every single chain that is holding them down, I'm praying right now in the name of Jesus that you just break it off. That you break it off right now. That anything that is blocking them from moving forward, that right now they have a shift right now in the spirit realm to take them to where they need to go. So we just praise you in advance, Father, for the victories that are going to be presented to us on next week. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen, God.